Welcome everybody back to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the new 21s, or the new old 21s that have come out for the game. Specifically, their Zenkais. We got the Zenkai 21 Good here, the original green one. If you guys were watching back in the day, I had kind of a bit of trouble trying to get multiple copies of this one, but over time managed to get that one, and it really helped my team at the time. This 21, Good Memories, was one of the very few female warriors at the time that could do some type of special cover change, even though it wasn't those knockbacks, but it was better than nothing, right? So, for some reason, decided to drop these two Zenkais at the same time. Already going to say my feelings on both of these two as we look at the art here. In terms of usability, definitely the red one's probably better. I've already recorded 30 minutes worth of battles with these two participating in it, and I gotta say the one that ended up doing most of the reasonable legwork had to be the red one, the free-to-play 21, the base 21, because in a lot of situations there's the green 21 special cover change just does not feel reliable, due to a lot of the characters nowadays nullifying the special cover changes on just breathing. So you can't really rely on that to save your neck. Let's say Gogeta is coming in with like a whole bunch of stuff. Well, his green card just completely erases any type of special cover change. You try throwing her in there to save somebody, she's gonna get killed in one shot by this dude. So it's kind of like, I mean, why Zenkai her during a purple meta? I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a new 21 during Valentine's Day. I'm hoping they reserve that for a more niche character, because you know, Android aside, I am very much waiting for somebody like Chi-Chi, somebody like Videl, somebody like Launch. Give him a new sparking, or at least some type of good meta-relevant character so we could use them again against the sea of Saiyans. So, you know, going back to 21 here, if this is leading to another Android green female warrior character, I can't really think of any that come to my mind right now. Don't know if there was anything like that in Tournament Power, if you think about it, but yeah. This seems like probably some type of build-up for the next unit. They typically do that before they end up having, they have the Zenkai, and then they have the unit that they wanted to be boosting. So we'll see how things shake out. But for now, we have these two, green 21 and red 21, which I'll just be calling from this point on. This is my Android setup. It's very welled out. I got obviously the best Android support character here, which is TOP-17. Amazing unit, tanks like a boss. Like, all these buffs here make him almost unkillable, depending on, of course, you get all these cover cuts and all that, but this guy is solid for that. And we got the LF droids, which I actually didn't use them in this run, primarily because I did not want to have two reds on the field. So we had, instead, you know, you have 21 here. In a normal scenario, I'd probably be picking the droids first over them, just because they're also getting a buff from 21 here, and will most likely be hitting harder. Then we got Zenkai 21, which, cons aside, I did see value in how much damage he was doing with blast damage. Blast damage was like nuclear damage, especially if you lost people. It was going to be a lot of damage, but in a lot of scenarios you want to sack this character off first, so you're not getting access to a lot of the extra utility with her damage and her special cover change. You get rid of her through, let's say, somebody like Gogeta pops his green, uses Rising Rush, she goes in, she's dead. Nothing else you could do with it. I did get one lucky shot with the Solar Flare, which is another good thing at the time when she was introduced to blind people, but it just doesn't, you can't really rely on that, because you are always thinking, does the enemy have a chance to ignore this? And if they do, I'm screwed, because now I'm putting myself in a situation where I get comboed instead of me stunning them to resume another combo with another character. It's one of those situations where you have to think really, really hard, and in a scenario where you're fighting really, really fast-paced gameplay, you have to make a quick choice, and sometimes you're like, roll the dice, oh, I messed up, this doesn't actually stun them, now they're going to counterattack. So you know, the green card is not necessarily something I'd be using. I would definitely be using that more towards saving that green card more for another character like 17, who would use that as like a time stop. So if you want my honest review in 21, the green 21 based on how I played with it for a bit, yeah, I think she's probably the weakest right now in terms of usability. Maybe when we get to less blast cover change characters in the future, she'll have more of a use. Or if they give her a unique equipment, which I don't think they do that for like the regular units. You know, I think that's more of a Zenkai thing, where they just ignore blast damage for, you know, blast special cover change on blast. She would be a lot better. I think that would have been something better for a kid, where let's say when she just comes in, the first 10 seconds are ignore blast cover change. That would have been really good, just to have a consistent amount of blast damage coming from her in a meta where blast is constantly getting swiped out in favor of strike. And the sad thing is her main ability doesn't even have blast armor, which you can't even use that to kind of taunt people to, you know, like you're dancing around for a bit and then you pop the main, you see the exclamation part, and you know that they're going to be throwing blast, so you can't pile drive through that, which is really a shame. Again, if they're making another 21, I guess that's forgivable, because then they would give it to her there and then, but it is what it is. So moving on, we have obviously the 7-star 18. I did a video earlier based on her doing the 6-star showcase. This 18, I'm sorry if I said 17, but this 18 here is amazing in terms of being a defensive blocker. I use that in a very loose sense because when she cover changes, she can take some damage, and also she can screw over the opponent and what they can do. A lot of new players will end up saying, oh, all I have is blast attacks, let me just go for a blast. Well, then that gives me the prompt to go into 17, which is historically the blast attacks, the blast covers are pretty hard to pull off unless you're somebody like Gohan, the future Gohan, which, you know, he has the beauty of having card destruction on covering. But the thing with this is it almost guarantees you a perfect special cover change with 17 or another unit that is used to blocking or countering the blast attack and starting their own combo that way. So this unit really good, and plus the fact that she has the green, which stops time, and she gets a green on her main ability, it's great. I love it. So for the red 21 here, she's kind of in the similar vein where you seal strikes, you are also forcing the opponent to just use blasts, and if you're running just 18 and 21 and the new 17, you're going to end up having a lot of scenarios where, especially with noob players, forcing them to only have blast cards to use or just completely shut them down, which is also a very good thing too. And the fact that she does card destruction on entry, you never know if that destroys one card that they need to pull off their ultimate or just finish a combo properly, like get them that last Dragon Ball. So I'd say in terms of between the two, you know, the red one has a lot more utility because it's helping the team survive a little bit longer, and also prolongs the battle a little bit longer to the point where you can kind of figure out your opponent, how they act, how they tick. That's kind of how I play the game. And then lastly, we got the Zenkai 18, the free-to-play, well, not free-to-play, but the EX one, the one they had from earlier. Surprisingly enough, this is the one that buffs only girls in terms of defense. So I just slapped it on there just to give 21 kind of a more of a fighting chance defense-wise. Even though we got Gogeta, it's, you know, it's always good to have some extra layer defense. And plus, this gives health across the board, even the 17 since he's on the leader slot. So yeah, like I said, I did about 30 minutes worth of footage. I'm going to condense that down. You guys can see each of the battles I had in that time and just kind of judge for yourself on there. My closing thoughts before we hit the 10-minute mark is I really like this team setup. It's going to be a shame when androids get phased out because it's like the most built up I've ever had a team in quite some time. But I definitely would say if you're going to end up swapping somebody out, it might end up just being green 21. I don't see the blast, her jumping in and turning all of her stuff to blast, being very reliable due to the amount of blast blockers and just in general special cover change units that just show up and just deal with anything and swipe it away. It's too predictable, especially since everybody knows 21 that they could just swipe it out. So yeah, we'll just get into it right here now.
Guess I'll have to do it. Let's show. That can't be. Too slow. See how you like this? Done playing.
Let's switch. Go. Here I go. Can't do anything with it. Yeah.
Hame!
Yeah.
Go! Allow it.
17.
Damn it!
Yeah. I'm settling this now. Hame!
Time to switch! I can't watch that. Don't you toy with me! Sora! Go to hell! Got it! I'll think of something. Why don't you? Yeah. Go in. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you? Yeah. I'll defeat you. Go in. Yeah. Yeah.
I won't lose to you. Yeah. Try this on for size. This is over, Kamehameha!
Can't lose. If we fight together, done playing.
All right, I win.
Let's get things started. I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me for now. Why not? Huh?
17.
Hope you're ready.
Fine, I'll take care of this. Get lost, you freak.
Don't. Tori, even if it means my own death. Don't get back.
Is that all you've got?
I'll think of something. Why don't you? This is all I've got. You okay? It's the end. Clean as leave the rest to me.
Snap out of it.
Show me your real strength. 18. How about this? Going in. Wide open. Going in. It's futile.
Snap out. Leave it to them. I won't lose to you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I won't hold back. This is the end for you. I'm sorry, but there are reasons I couldn't lose.
Well, shall I take you on?
Let's do this.
Why do you?
17!
Don't push it, 18. I'll think of something. Why don't you? Going in. Crap. Why don't you? This is all I've got. It's the end. Clean as a...
17!
It's futile!
Vanish! Go!
Don't. Going straight. Time to get more than a scratch. Get back!
Vanish! Go! This is over! I'll take that for the rest. It's not my fault if you get hurt. Here I come! I won't hold back. This is the end for you.
Show me your real strength. This is it. 18. Why don't
Hope you're ready.
17. Fine. I'll vanish. Go! Huh.
Guess I'll have to do it.
You're standing there. Be gone.
Why don't you?
What are you doing? 18!
Take it.
No!
No.
Over here.
Got Not going away.
What are you vanished? Go! Get lost, you freak. Leave it to me. Okay. I'm settling this now. Here I go.
Leave it. Why don't you?
Got
I guess I was more powerful, huh? I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me for not holding back. I hope you don't. Too easy.
Got
I'll pick up.
Allow me.
Snap out of it. 18! I'm settling this now.
Guess I'm up. I'm gonna hit you with all I've got. Why don't you? Going in. This is all I've got. It's the end. Take this.
17!
Leave it to Jack. Get ready. 18.
Snap out of it. You're not so bad. Is that all?
Fine, I'll take it.
Don't push it.
Why don't you?
That's it.
Going in. Why don't you?
What are you doing?
Let's get things started.
Well, shall I take you on?
Going in.
Snap out of that!
Oh, you're ready.
That's it.
You're not so bad.
Don't push it, 18.
Got it. Why don't you leave it to me? Over here! Got this! Got it! It's futile! Oh, you're ready!
Snap out!
Go!
Don't push it.
Okay! Over here! You're fighting with me.
This fight has been instructive. I do appreciate. I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me for not holding back.
Me for the life. Just
Don't be ready. It's futile.
Think again. How about this?
Snap out of it.
Allow me. Going in. Got
Let's show them what we can really do.
Leave it to me. Over here. Reach in.